Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Fluffy Man of the Peace Department. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips to survive the late game in Infection Free Zone. Before we start, I'll let you know the game I'm going to be using was played on with unaltered stats, so everything is just the base stats. Whenever you click a city, I didn't alter the wave size, the loot resources, or my starting units. So this is just a plain Jane normal game. The map I'm using is still going to be Topeka, Kansas. It'll be the capital, and it will be the first map choice if you type in Topeka, Kansas capital. You can use this map if you'd like. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So my first tip to surviving the late game is realizing that your max population cap you can get in this game is at 700. So at around 650, you're going to stop being able to find recruits on the map. You're not going to be able to produce any children anymore. In this current game I'm playing, my max cap was at 667. Once I got there, I was unable to find any more people to recruit or have children to come stay with my settlement. So with that being said, I want you to plan your construction to fit your population. That way you know how long your walls are going to need to be, which buildings you plan on utilizing for your production and housing, and what you can tear down. You're going to need to get a lot of resources in this game, so knowing the buildings you plan on using is going to be very helpful, so you can start tearing down those nearby buildings you don't want to use for resources. So as you progress later into the game, you're going to notice that zombie wave density is going to significantly increase on horde nights. So once you've got all your towers built, just understand that that's not going to be enough. What you're going to need to start doing is utilizing your squads a whole lot more. You need to use them as a mobile defense force. That way you can get them near the area that the zombies are going to be attacking. And one thing to understand with this, you have a limited amount of room where you can build your towers. However, your squads infinitely stack buildings, and you can place as many as you need to. So, utility-wise, squads are a great way to get a defense force anywhere in your base. So, tip number 3, I've talked about this in prior videos, but I want to bring it up here because it's especially important for the late game. Make sure you're utilizing barns and you're making them. You're going to need this to produce fertilizer. Not only does it provide the meat to feed your population, but it's way more effective with the fertilizer for getting ammo. So how it works, 3 fertilizer you can convert into 1 oil, and you can use that 1 oil and 1 metal to produce 1 ammo crate, which is 100 bullets. And with several towers and several squads, you are going to go through ammo like crazy. I've expended upwards of like 50-60 cases on extreme horde nights. So just be wary and be ready for all that usage. So tip number 4 is going to revolve around the resource of wood. Wood is going to be your most valuable resource. You need it for everything. The things you will never use wood for is producing oil. The costs are just too high for it. It's 6 wood for 1 oil. That's too much. And building wooden walls. Wooden walls are very weak and will fall almost instantaneously, so don't do that. If you do these 2 things, I'll guarantee you will have issues with maintaining a proper wood supply unless you are just an absolute farming unit. The only building in this game that doesn't need wood is the antenna, and that's it. Everything else you build will need at least a little bit of wood, from your cookeries to your new HQs to your storages, even to your fortified walls, they need a little bit of wood. So you want to be able to use that stuff for that. As you can see, my wood surplus is usually on the low side, and that's because I'm usually expanding my base or using it for productions. Even the guns you build will need at least 1 wood. My last tip is a very simple one, but very important. You need to always click on the swarm icon on your map. You see where the swarm's going to come. The reason being, you can send your squads over in that general direction. They typically will spawn from a corner of the map, so you'll know if you need to post your people like on the northwest or southeast side of your map. If you're not on the mark, you'll be close enough to move your squads as needed. To me, this is the most important one. It'll save you a lot of time in the long run. This has been Fluffy Man with the Pizza Department. If you like this guy and it helps you out a little bit, please consider liking and subscribing. If it didn't, please leave a comment. Let me know what I could have changed. If you would like to see further guides like this one, also leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see in a guide or something you might need help with that I might be able to cover for you.